Democratic National Committee. In the media, there were articles actually in the Washington Press about a prostitution ring being operated on Capitol Hill.
Right.
This is in the year of the election, okay? And so, did you not also go in there to get copies of the books that contain the names of the clients of the prostitution ring there?
Uh-huh.
And in the back of my mind was thinking, obviously, this is how you compromise people. You know, if you can get the names of the clients, you can compromise them and force them through blackmail and so forth to do things. This is like what they're saying that former Speaker
Dennis Hastert.
Yeah, they're accusing him of trying to pay off someone to keep quiet. You know, and so this was an intent. I think this was more of an intent beyond on the part of, if I had to make a guess, of McCord than of the others. In other words, my understanding is the burglars, each of them had an assignment,
I see,
of things to do. And so I asked Howard, did you not also go in there to get copies of those books? And he once again, like that, nodded, giving assenting. I thought that's the way I concluded that was his way of not verbalizing it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought about it, and I said, "Well, Howard, this is not strong enough. This is not enough of a reason to burglarize the Democratic National Committee. I mean, burglarizing any office is a serious criminal offense, and going in for these are, I won't say they're trivial, but they certainly are not important things in the whole scheme of things. And so there's got to be another reason why you went in there." And he hesitated for a moment, and I said yes, and he said, "Well, there was another reason." And I said, "Well, what was that?" And he said, "We believe there were Cuban government reports in the Democratic National Committee that were connected to the Kennedy assassination,
Uh-huh.
And I said, "Wow, Cuban government reports that would be connected to the Kennedy assassination, that would give us information about the Kennedy assassination." He said yes. And I said, "Well, what were in those reports? What do you believe were in those reports?" Because obviously they did not have a chance to get those reports because they were arrested before they had a chance to do virtually anything. And at that point, he just held up his hands, went like that, and said, "Please, no more questions. No more questions. And so we turned to other. I won't say we kept it light because you can't keep it light with him going to prison, but we did discuss his children and my circumstances and so forth. And so we had a congenial dinner, and then we walked out. And on the street there, I thought, well, this is the last time I'll see Howard. I'm going to make one more stab, okay?
Yeah.
At seeing if I can get something here, And I said, "Well, Howard, why was John Kennedy assassinated? What would be in those reports that would be important?" And he said, "Why was John Kennedy assassinated?" He said, "John Kennedy was assassinated because he was about to give our most vital secret to the Soviets." About to give our most vital secret to the Soviets. And I was stunned by that. I mean, John Kennedy, our president, Soviets, and I never even heard about such a thing. And he said, and I said, "Well, what was that?" And at that point, he leaned forward and looked right in my eyes, directly in my eyes, and he said, "The alien presence," and reached out and shook my hand, and then turned and walked away. And that was the last time I saw Howard Hunt.
Wow.
The alien presence,
That's amazing.
Now, looking back, it didn't make any impression to me at the time because I had not.
Were you shocked by it?
Well, I was shocked, but I was not a student of the Kennedy assassination. That did not take place till 2006. It didn't mean that much to me. I knew it was important, but it did not mean that much. There's no way I could, in the alien presence, I was not really familiar with that either, you know. But I remembered it. I knew it was